back to the Immigration Answers Show. It's your boy, Jim Hacking, international traveler. I have returned from France and England, and I'm back to be with you guys for the next hour. I've missed you all very much. I hope all is well in your world. What has been going on? I was only able to do that one show when we were traveling. I don't know where we were. I think we were going from one place to the other. I don't know where did I do that show? I don't know. Maybe I was, that's when we were stuck in Atlanta. So I haven't talked to you since I left the United States. So we had a great trip. We spent a week in London. We got to see a Shakespeare play at the Globe. We also saw an Agatha Christie play called Mousetrap. And we walked all around London. We went to Big Ben, the Eye, the Tower of London. That was cool. St. Paul's Cathedral. And then, did I do a show from France? Oh yeah, I did do a show from France in between. Yes, I did. That's right. I had that bad reception. So I did do a show in France. So France was great. We had a really nice apartment, and right around the corner was this street with just shops and restaurants, everything in Paris. It's just stunning. That place is unbelievable. The architecture, the history. We had a great time. Let's see, what did we do? We went to the Eiffel Tower. We went on a ride on the Seine. We went to see the Eiffel Tower at night as well. I went to Sacré-Cœur twice. I walked there once, which is about a 3-mile walk, and walked back. That was fun. The kids were generally well behaved, some complaining. But generally, we had a great time. We got to see the St. Louis Cardinals play the Chicago Cubs in London. So all around a great, great trip. How about you guys? Let me know in the comments what you've been doing. We'll be back with more shows this week. I have to leave town again. Nor has a softball tournament pretty much the rest of the week. So I'll be doing shows on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I just don't know what time yet. So Wednesday might be sort of late. Thursday will probably definitely be late, and then Friday. So we'll have to find some time. So if you're not on our text list, you definitely want to get on the text list. Text the word show to 314-470-3300, or stay tuned for the announcement in the Facebook group, the Immigrant Home Facebook group, and or on the YouTube channel. There's usually an announcement there that StreamYard shares when I'm going live. But no show tomorrow for the 4th of July, and then we'll do shows Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, maybe Saturday. I don't know. We'll see. It depends how far they go in the tournament, when their games are, all that kind of stuff. So all that being said, I am really glad to be back with you guys. I've missed talking about immigration. I've missed making my videos. I had a fun time yesterday that I'll share. Somebody spotted me on the airplane flying back, and I'll tell you that story in a little bit. But let's go ahead and get started. It's one of our old friends, one of the OGs. Vadim is here. Hello, Vadim.
Good afternoon, Mr. Hacken. How are you?
I'm great, buddy. How you doing? How's Boston?
Good. Oh, it's sunny today, but it was raining. It's hot and cold, and you never know what the tomorrow is like.
Did you get a haircut?
Oh, yes, I did.
What's up? What can I help you
So
with?
today's question is from a friend of mine. She's going through some tough times in her lifetime. So
Yeah.
she's got a divorce from an abusive husband a year ago. Now she was called in for an interview, and there was a joint petition to remove conditions. It was filed 3 years ago. Now the question is, can the petition be converted to a single based on a domestic abuse at the interview, or she needs to file a new one?
No, the officers have the discretion to do that. Has she already had the interview?
It'll be on July 12th.
She
In
should,
Boston.
if she's going to try to pivot it to a solo, especially based on domestic violence, she needs an attorney, because who knows what's happened. The abusive spouse might have come and said bad things about her. They might have said that she only married him to get a green card. So it's not just hey, by the way, it's abuse and I got to file on my own now. I mean, we don't even like converting them. We like to file a new application and dismiss the old one, but she's been waiting 3 years. Maybe if there's good proof of the violence that she's gonna get it approved, but I certainly would not go in there sort of just saying, I wonder what's gonna happen on July 12th. I'd be dialed in for sure, and I would definitely bring an attorney, and I might even, July 12th is in 10 days, so I might even ask the attorney to show up and ask for a continuance to let them fish out what's happened. Is a divorce on file, or has somebody filed for divorce?
So I guess the ex-husband's got convicted. So would that be the best proof of violence?
Oh, yeah, that's good proof. Yeah.
And they share a kid together. So is that a proof of real marriage?
It is.
I provided her with your marital evidence list, what she can pull in terms of additional evidence of real marriage.
I mean, I all that's great, but I still think they need an attorney. I don't think they should go in without an attorney to that interview, because who knows what's coming in from the other side.
Yeah, and she only has I don't know where they come from, but there's like some sort of office or like non-profit organization with she gets the.
That's good.
There is an attorney, but she don't pay for them. They like provide their services for free.
Like an accredited rep. Yeah.
I know. Is that a good shot, or she should hire you?
Well, July 12th is sort of short notice for us. We're swamped at the moment. It wouldn't be us, but I don't know. I mean, getting that 10-year green card is going to be a big deal. So I'd figure out a way to find a lawyer.
Like a real lawyer, don't rely on that free.
I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. Some accredited reps are pretty good, but if they're with an agency and they're an accredited representative, that's good. If it's a notario, that's bad.
Okay, so the question is, again, there is no way she can get approved that petition on the spot. It can only be converted and extended, you say?
I would say that it is possible, but probably unlikely, especially if there's anything bad coming from now, if the husband got convicted, if they have a kid together, the husband got convicted, that's a pretty strong case for getting it. But as far as we don't do the converting unless it's something like that where it's just up against the deadline. We've certainly never done it on the day. I mean, you have to remember, this officer is going to be all geared up for a joint marriage case, right? And so if the husband doesn't show up, they're going to be like, that's strange. And to think that they're going to get it approved on the spot, I think that's a long shot.
Okay. Yeah, because our initial thought was try to file a new one as quick as possible, but before the interview and get a receive notice. Then this idea popped up, just showing up at the interview, asked to convert it.
Yeah, if they didn't have an interview, I would probably push them to try to file a new application. But since they have the interview set and they've been waiting 3 years, I'd say go for it, but with help. I got to go, Vadim. I'll see you later, buddy.
Oh, thank you, Jim. Well,
thanks, man. See ya. Yeah. Hey, everybody, you can't complain in the comments about the waiting room being full. I've been gone for 2 weeks. A lot of people want to talk to me. And so that's just part of the deal. You just don't bitch in the comments. Just wait. And when one person leaves, a spot is open up. There's a spot open up right now. So keep trying. Darwin's here. Hello, Darwin. You're on mute.
Hello, Jim. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing great, sir. This is the first time I see you. I just got at you on YouTube, and I think I don't know. You provide me with the confidence that you're the attorney that I might need in the near future.
What's going on?
Question is basically I submitted my adjustment of status I-485. I'm currently in the U.S. waiting. Okay. But my wife is in Nicaragua. So I would like to know if she can come with a Nicaraguan humanitarian parole and adjust her status once I receive my green card here, or should I wait and then have her come with her tourist B2 visa and then proceed with I-485?
Well, I mean, both of those approaches have issues with them. No one can come on a tourist visa and then with the intention of applying for adjustment of status. That gets you in big trouble. So, as far as whether or not she can get the parole as a Nicaraguan and then adjust, that might work. We haven't handled any cases like that. I think it's something that would work, but I'd have to research it before I told you for sure. I can't tell you one way or the other.
Okay. Okay. Now, another question I have, because I submitted this adjustment on April 7th. I don't know. I think probably by December or April next year we should have an answer.
What's the basis of your adjustment?
It's alien worker. I applied it on the I-140.
Has the I-140 been approved?
Yes, it has been approved.
And is it EB3 or EB2?
It's EB2.
Okay, good. Okay. So you filed the I-140 separately from the 45. Now the 45 is on file, and you're wondering how long is it going to take to get approved?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, probably, anywhere from 9 to 18 months.
9 to 18 months.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I mean, like, just in case it's taking too long, should we wait until the 18 months to sue them?
Probably. I mean, I would give them. I mean, and what's your current status?
I requested. I submitted I-529 because I came on a B2 visa. I submitted my change 90 days after entering on December 2nd.
When did you submit the I-140?
No. I-140 was submitted year before last, January.
So you entered the United States on a visit visa with a previously approved I-140?
Yes, sir.
Did you have the visit visa before you applied for the I-140?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you wait. Okay. So, I would say that the plan of coming to the United States on a visit visa with an approved I-140 and then applying for adjustment is a pretty aggressive. Like, if I say this is like the safest thing to do and this is the most aggressive thing to do, I think it's pretty close to the more aggressive side than the safe side. So then to think that you've got the spouse who's going to come try to do something similar, I think you're really getting close to pissing them off.
Okay.
Like, if you had told me, Jim, I want to come to the United States, I have an approved I-140, I'm going to come on a visit, and then I might apply for adjustment, I'd be worried about that. Like, I would tell you not to do that.
Okay.
In other words, my spidey sense is tingling, and I'm worried about. I think you're going to be okay, as long as you didn't have the intent to adjust. That you decided that after you entered.
No. Yes.
And after you already had the visit visa, so that part's good.
Yes. Yeah, it was. I mean, I planned to do it on at the Nicaraguan embassy, but then I said, yes, let me just, if it's possible.
So, okay. All right. Thank you, Darwin.
Thank you, sir. Have a good one.
Let us know if you need anything. See you, bud.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye. Yep. All right. Let's head to Ms. Aliscus. What do you say, Ms. Aliscus?
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine. Good evening over here. I'm in Nigeria.
Hello.
Okay. My spouse is a U.S. citizen, though he's Nigerian by birth. We had a little bit of issue between ourselves, and we got frustrated about the whole wait because we've been waiting for 2 years now, and the fight was really stupid, to be honest. But then we made a mistake. We sent in withdrawal to MVC. This was on the 22nd of June. And then MVC responded on the 30th of June that they had sent the case back to USCIS. Before then, like the next day, on the 23rd, we had already sent another message to them telling them that, that's not what we wanted. We didn't want to withdraw it and everything, but it was too late. By the time they will respond back again, they were like, the case has already been sent back to USCIS.
Yep.
That's what's currently showing on our CR.
Yeah. So what's the question?
What can we do at this stage? Like, what do we do?
Well, USCIS is either going to withdraw the I-130 and you got to start all over, or you can reach out to USCIS and ask them not to do that, or they're going to send you a notice of intent to revoke. Have you notified USCIS that that your husband no longer wishes to withdraw the I-130?
Okay, how do we reach out to USCIS? Because we've been trying to reach them by the number they
I think don't call. You got this all has to be in writing, and you have to have proof that you sent it. So you need to send a letter with the approval notice of the I-130. You need to do a cover letter explaining the dumb thing that you did by notifying the NBC that you didn't want to proceed anymore, and that I would even probably prepare an affidavit for your husband explaining everything that happened and asking them to keep the case alive, and then make sure that you get proof. You probably need help from a lawyer, but get proof that it was delivered, proof that they received it, and then hopefully they won't revoke it. But the problem is they could just sit on the case for a year and then revoke it when they feel like it, and then then you just have to start all over.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a big mess. Yep. I have a video on it why that's not a good thing to do. I try to warn people all the time, but yeah, don't ever. There was a lady that used to write a column in the newspaper that said, whenever you have a letter and you're mad, put it in a drawer and wait till the next day to send it. And that's like really good advice.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right. If you need any help, let us know.
Yeah, sure.
Bye, Ms. Aliska. See ya. All right. EG's here. What do you say, EG?
Hi, Jim. How are you?
Great. How you doing?
I'm okay. I have a question. You spoke to me and my husband Prince before, and you had us submit a request for an FOIA, and we've got it. It's been completed, but it didn't warrant us anything. We didn't get any results. We received the acknowledgement letter from them with the request, and then they sent us back the notification saying they've completed the search. And they found no records of him having an interview, having gone through the process in 2012 or anything. And I'm thinking, how can you guys say you have nothing on file for him have ever been to the U.S. Embassy for an interview, but you just denied him in 2022, saying it was a result of the interview from 2012?
Yeah. Well, first of all, you got a pretty quick response on the FOIA. And number two, I think you need to appeal. I mean, did they consider the FOIA? This is a State Department FOIA, right?
Yes.
Did they consider it to be a denial, or what did they say? Did they say you have the right to challenge it?
They did say if we believe that there should be records on file, essentially, they said we can submit another request. And this one we can't do online like we did the first one. We have to actually submit the request in writing to the address that they have on the notification. And that's fine. It just will take longer. And they said if after they do a subsequent or second search and they still find nothing, then we can appeal it. Which again, I guess I'm not understanding, because I guess I'm at a point where maybe we're not at the point where we can sue them, but to me, in order for them to justify the 2022 denial based on what happened in 2012, you guys have to have something on file, because you can't say you don't have it, but we're denying you for this reason. You either have it or you don't.
That's what a normal person would think. That's what a smart person would think. But the problem is they're not looking at the two things together. So I think you're getting pretty close to the point of needing help from a lawyer. But what I think needs to happen is you need to walk them through in very plain language. My husband applied. We applied before. We applied before in 2022. It got denied, saying that he had made some kind of misrepresentation. Now you're telling us under this, and you're attaching exhibits and everything. And then you say, now in this letter, you say that you don't have anything. How can that be? You can start laying the groundwork for the stupidity that they're displaying, but they have it. They're just a lot more willing to go find it when they're more willing to find it when they get to deny someone than they're willing to deny it or when they have to go find it to try to help someone. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah, it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. And I think also they probably do it because they're used to working with individuals perhaps that aren't able to review all the policies and the laws and things attached to them. And they want people to get discouraged and give up. So it's easier to just send that.
I have friends who do Social Security disability benefits. And my understanding is that you never, ever win the first time you file it, even if you have like a total disability.
That's
And
what I've heard too.
it's only the second or third time that you actually get any kind of relief. So they probably have all these defenses, these low-level people who would just say no, 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 no. And the fact that you're referencing something that happened in 2022, like that's like beyond their pay grade.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I will
So keep
go
going.
ahead and
So keep going.
Okay, I'll draft a letter sending a subsequent request and get that submitted, and I guess we'll sit on our hands and wait
But
until
make sure to sprinkle in some "you're so dumb" stuff in there. And what I mean by that is just in very plain language. On blank 2022, you denied Mr. Prince's petition, saying that he had made misrepresentations at the embassy back in X year.
Mm-hmm.
In order to find out more details about your claim that happened, we sent in a FOIA request. And here's the receipt number for the FOIA request. Here's the receipt number receipt attached. Now you're telling us that you don't have anything. So, you know, that there's that question they teach you, which is in law school, have you stopped beating your wife? There's no good answer to that question, because if you say, yes, I've stopped beating my wife, then that means you used to beat your wife. And I don't mean to make light of domestic violence.
Right, I understand.
No, it's like a damned if you do, damned. So which is it, fools?
Exactly. Either he was there in 2012 and you guys had a justification, or he wasn't there in 2012, then you had no justification in 2022.
Yeah, the other way to put it is, were you lying then or are you lying now? Right?
Exactly. Okay.
Cool.
Okay, I will put that together, and then I'll keep you posted.
Thank you, Princess.
Thanks, Jim. Take care.
Okay, bye. That's our friend EG. All right, let's say hi to Michael. Hello, Michael.
Hi. Thank you. Can I turn up the video?
Of course.
All right. Thank you. I'm a regular follower for your show, and I love it.
Nice.
And now I'm trying to, I was advising a friend to come to your office, to contact you. But before that, let me give you a little bit of background and a couple of questions so that we can be able to help. So she is an artist. She's been coming back and forth for the last 10 years in America, working for different companies in the entertainment industry. On a P1 visa, she got her Social Security number, and then she was paying her taxes and so on. Now, 5 years ago, she met somebody here in America. She got married, and then she got 2 children. And still, the children are back at home in Africa. And she also lives in Africa. She never applied for green card. Recently, she came to America with a B1, B2 visa, just visiting. And weirdly, the embassy issued only 3 months visa for her.
The embassy?
Yeah, the embassy back at home issued only 3 months visa when she applied for. Normally, they issue 2 years, but they gave her only 3 months. And then at the port, at the airport, the agent also gave her the I-94. It says 6 months. So which one is the correct one? Which one should she use? That's the first question. And second, can she apply for a green card now?
And I missed the one little detail, Michael, when you started telling me the story, and that is this person is not only the parent of 2 children, but are they married?
Yes, they are married. It's been 5.5 years now.
To a U.S. citizen?
No, he's a green card holder, but soon to be U.S. citizen. He's in the process of applying for green card, for passport.
Well, for citizenship.
Yes.
And is that citizenship case already on file?
He needs help. He's going to, that's one of the cases as well. He didn't file. He's just collecting all the information that he has. He's preparing his documents.
How long has he had his green card?
Oh, 8 years, 7 to 8 years.
Why are these people so lackadaisical about their immigration status? Why is there no sense of urgency?
Well, she was working here. She was coming back. The companies were renewing her P1 visa. She was coming, working, and going back home. She wants to raise the kids at home normally, but now there is some uncertainties at home, and she wants to come back here and apply. except COVID, she was like coming back and forth like pretty much in 1 to 2 years. And then when she comes here, she stays a year and a half, and so on.
Well, I would really like to talk to her and the husband both, because I'll light a fire under their ass.
Mm-hmm.
Especially there's no excuse. I mean, gathering papers for his citizenship, that's just him dragging ass. He should have gotten his citizenship a long time ago.
Okay.
Because that would have put her in a much better position. So he should have filed that citizenship case yesterday. But now I hope that they're seeing that, you know, people start to act like they're used to living here and almost like they're a resident here because they've been always able to get that visa. But then all of a sudden the embassy says, haha, 90 days. And then CBP says 6 months. And then they're confused. And then they're like, well, maybe next time I won't get in. So hopefully now they're feeling that sense of urgency. But if I were to talk to them, I would say, get your citizenship case on file today.
Mm-hmm.
Get the I-130 on file for him as a green card holder to sponsor her, and then hopefully we'll see what happens faster. Hopefully she can stay the whole time. But there's all these moving parts. So whenever people are in this scenario where they have a life, they have the need to go back home, they have the desire to stay, they have the desire to be together, they have the desire to work, all these shifting things. So it's nice of you to call for them and to say that, but really I need to talk to the two of them because I need to figure out what's most important to them. And I also need to scare them a wee bit so that they get off their ass and get this stuff moving. Oh,
great. There's this thing also, if she applied here for I-130, for green card, if he applied for her, there are these two children also back at home.
Well, are they U.S. citizens?
No.
Why?
He didn't apply. He didn't apply for them either.
So he really needs to get his act together. So the kids aren't so what's going to happen? So there's all kinds of, I need to talk to them because she might want to stay here for the 6 months, still file the I-130, but then go back and wait overseas with the kids. I don't know what's the most important to them or who's taking care of the kids. I mean, if she applies now and tries to stay through his citizenship, and then to when she gets her green card, you're talking she could be here stuck in the United States for a year without advance parole or anything based on the timing of everything. That's what I mean. There's lots of moving parts here.
I was also thinking maybe if she go back home until he finishes his citizenship, apply another B1, B2 visa, come back so that do you think that can give to so that once he's got his citizenship, he can apply for 3 of them, like the 2 kids and her.
Yeah.
While she can visit him in a B1, B2 visa, I think it's easier to renew it once you get it.
Well, but they might not give it to her once they figure out that she's married to a U.S. citizen. And that begs a good question, which is, when she applied for her most recent P, did she disclose that she's married to a U.S. citizen? Because that would most likely freak the embassy out.
It did on the application. It didn't say whether the person is a U.S. citizen, but she said she's married. She also mentioned his name and everything.
Okay.
But since she was coming back and forth on a P1 visa, like multiple visas on her passport, it was kind of not that difficult for her to get the B1, B2 visa.
But that's what happens, is then people then get into a false sense of security and they think they're like everybody else and they think that everything's going to be fine. And now we're seeing that it's not.
Mm-hmm. So your suggestion is they should talk to you?
Yeah, let me schedule a meeting with both of them so I can talk everything through, figure out what's most important, and then come up with a good time. We can do whatever it is, but they just need to make decisions about timing and what they want to do and all that stuff. But more than anything, my man needs to get his citizenship.
Okay. All right. So, but the 3 months and the 6 months, how about that? Is it which one is correct? The one from?
It's 6.
Oh, it's 6. Even though on the visa it says 3 months.
Yeah, because the visa is just your ticket into the United States. You have to use that within the 90 days. But CBP gave her the full 6 months.
Oh, okay. So should I send an email to make a schedule for both of them to talk to you?
Just say this is Michael. Send an email. So I'm Michael. I was on the show at around the 25-minute mark on Monday. Jim, and maybe even include them on the email. Talk to them, and then I can just take it from there.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you,
Michael. See you, buddy.
Bye bye.
All right, that was Michael. Let's say hi to Roxanne. Hello, Roxanne. You're on mute.
Hi, Jim. Can you hear me?
I can. How you doing?
I am troubled because I have quite some questions to ask you over a
Oh.
situation. Yes, it's
Lay it
pretty
on
bad.
me.
So, just to give some context, I'm from Haiti. I had a green card, but I was able to, as soon as I turned 18, I applied to have my citizenship. So I'm good. I have my citizenship. I have everything I need to be able to be in the US. However, I do have my mom, which she lived in Haiti for a while, but things got really, 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 really bad in Haiti. Just to give some background, she has a visitor's visa, H-1B. So what she would do is she would like come and visit me back and forth, time to time. But things got so bad, like really, really bad and dangerous in Haiti, and in terms of where she used to live. I actually was on your show back in October, and I explained to you the situation. And I remember you told me the best thing that I could do is probably file for an I-485 adjustment of status. Just to give you some background, I did file an I-130 for her back in 2020. It got approved. However, the next step for her was to get an interview in Haiti, but the U.S. Embassy in Haiti has been permanently closed because of the situation over there. So as soon as you told me that, actually, I got very sick, so she had to come and help me recover from my sickness. But because things were getting worse and worse and worse in Haiti, I took the advice and filed an I-485 with my immigration attorney. And the only thing, there's a question that I do really have, because I do feel like a lot of Haitians confuse a lot of things in terms of the humanitarian parole and the Biden program that's going on. If someone has, and I just want clarification, if someone has an H-1B visa and they already have paperwork to come into the US, and let's say now they've overstayed, could they be in a position where they can still qualify for that humanitarian parole or program for the Haitian people, or no?
Where did the H-1B come from? That came from nowhere all of a sudden.
Well, my mom always had an H-1B visa. She always was approved for one, and that's what allowed her to be able to come and visit me back and forth from Haiti to...
So when did your mom enter the United States last?
She entered the United States on November 12th of last year.
And when did you file the 45?
I filed the 45 December of 2022.
So a month after she arrived?
Yes.
Okay, that was not good. Should have waited.
Yeah. So, well, I started talking about it with my immigration attorney in December. I'm sorry, I meant to correct that. I spoke to my immigration attorney about it in December. He did tell me to wait, which is correct. He told me to wait about 3 months. So after 3 months passed by, then we started working on the I-485.
So what's the receipt date on the 45?
So this is where things got really crazy. So after I talked to my immigration attorney about filing for an I-485 for my mom, I was going through a lot of financial problems and a lot of financial issues due to the fact. But I was able to find a job, worked really hard. I also got assistance to be able to pay for the $1,225 fee that they would ask for the I-485. So when I was able to take care of that which was last month in June, I was able to provide all the documents that my attorney needed from me and from my mom to be able to file for the I-485. Now, the big problem here is my attorney has been telling me to stay put, to wait, because he does have to take care of the paperwork. He had to wait on me as well. The fact that I had to find a way to come up with the funding. Okay. Like a hot mess.
You're just making something very simple, very complicated. I don't know why everyone's making this so complicated. So now mom's out of status. Mom's overstayed the 6 months.
Yes, and also it's getting worse, because as she was waiting until I was able to afford to pay for the I-485, she went through quite a lot of like depression and stuff, like where she got very impatient, very upset.
So are you about to tell me that she left the United States?
She did not leave the US. Actually, she packed all her stuff at my apartment and left to go to Miami. I'm not sure where she is. No one will tell me where she is. No one will give me her phone number. And my entire family is after me, thinking that I don't know what I'm doing about my mom's paperwork and that I'm not taking care of things as I'm supposed to. So she practically left, and I don't know what's going on. And I'm in a position right now where it's kind of like, I had tried my best to let my mom know like every single step of the immigration situation and paperwork. The last thing that I was able to accomplish was the fact that I came up with the $1,225 fee. I paid that.
Why didn't she come up with it?
Well, this is the thing. Like, she came here, and I was the only one working, and my entire family right now is like going off on me, thinking that I'm being irresponsible when I was trying to come up with that money to be able to pay the fee. I still can even come up with the money. It had to be someone that knows my mom that came into assistance in order for me to afford that fee. So I was struggling financially really badly.
Mhm.
So now I'm in a position where I had a talk with my immigration attorney today, explaining to him all of this that happened. The fact that now I don't know her current address, I don't know her current location, I don't know her phone. I have no way of contact to her at all. It's my family just trying to get through me, letting me know, like asking me what's going on. Why do I not have a receipt yet if I just made a payment? So when I spoke to my immigration attorney, he told me that's really bad, because if I were to get a paperwork in terms of not only a receipt but also an interview, how would we make it to that interview if I don't know where she is?
Well, but also, so just to be clear, as we sit here today, the 45 has not been filed, right?
No,
So that means she hasn't signed the 45.
no, she has not signed it.
So you can't sign it for her. So nothing's going to happen until she reestablishes contact.
Yeah. And the problem with this is actually she's a huge fan of your show. That's actually how I got to find your show and got to know your live sessions. And I always try to explain to her, like, certain processes just take time. My immigration attorney I didn't only have to wait for him, he also had to wait for me. The fact that I had so many financial issues and or problems, and the fact that I was sick. But there's that lack of comprehension and that lack of patience, and things went completely out of control, adding on to the fact that she got very depressed and very aggressive and was causing so many problems here that she just packed all her stuff and left, and I don't know where she is. So the thing about it is my immigration attorney told me that's an issue, because whenever they're gonna send me that in the mail where there's an interview, he wants to be there in the interview to make sure that if there's any questions going on or whatever, he can be supportive and be of help throughout the interview.
But there's not going to be an interview if there's not a case on file.
Yeah.
There's no case on file. So if mom's watching, if she's a fan of the show, she needs to reestablish contact with you. And listen, I understand the frustration. She's probably mad. She's probably scared. She's now out of status. Her forget all that humanitarian parole H-1B BS. She's the mother of a U.S. citizen. There's nothing better than that.
Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that, because she did not want to listen to me when I told her that. She listens to everyone else telling her there's a faster way to get into U.S. And I told her, no, there isn't.
No.
Okay.
No, I just hope she hasn't left the United States, because that would really be bad. But I mean, you got to figure out a way. Talk to your family. You can show them the video and say, look, I mean, I understand that money's an issue and I get it, but we need to get the 45 on file. You can apply for a work card. Mom can get to work. You can file for the 131. Mom can stay. But there's no path better than going through Roxanne.
Okay, thank you for saying that, because I'm not sure why, but other people are saying that she's listening to other people telling her that there's other lawyers that can make this process go faster, and that because there's already other Haitians that came into the country faster, then she could be one of them. But then
here's what I would say about that. Tell them to find out what the processing time is for those Haitian parole cases, what the path towards a green card or to get any kind of formal status through that is absurd as compared to the mother of a U.S. citizen.
Thank you for saying that. But I would suggest that here, for things to get back to normal, she would have to reestablish contact with me. she would
Yep.
have to stop freaking out and coming up with all these crazy stuff out there to my family, because she said so many crazy stuff about the paperwork that I'm taking.
Well, I mean,
long.
moms get mad, and I'm gonna let you go, Roxanne. But I mean, the path forward is through you. Okay.
Okay, thank you for confirming that. Thank you
All
so
right.
much. Because my
Good
attorney
luck.
said the same thing. Thank you. Bye.
Bye. Yep. See ya. All right. So yesterday I was on the plane back, coming back from Paris through Detroit, and I got to meet a new friend. Let me see if I can share that with you. His name was Ahmed, and Ahmed was coming down. He kept walking down the aisle of the plane looking at me like this. And then he came up and he introduced himself, said he's originally from Egypt. And we had a good laugh. He said, "Now, isn't your wife from Egypt?" I go, "Yeah, that's her. She's sitting right next to me." So he's like, oh. So then they started talking about Egypt. Ahmed said that his friends in Detroit told him about the show and recommended that he watch, and now he watches all the time. So I always like it when people say hi to me. It's good for my ego, makes me feel important. But it was fun. We had a nice chat. Ahmed's a good dude. He was getting off in Detroit. We had to wait a couple hours before we could come back home to St. Louis, but I'm always happy. And from now on, when I take pictures of people who see me out in public, I'm going to try to share them here on the show to try to encourage people to do the same thing. And speaking of encouragement, I would encourage you, if you're willing, to leave us a 5-star review on our Google page, which is reviewhackinglaw.com. If you have 30 seconds and could leave us a 5-star review, maybe say a nice word or two, we would appreciate it. I see something very interesting in the waiting room, and I'm going to have to go to this person next. Pi is playing the guitar. Hello, Pi.
Hey, Jim, what's up? How are you?
Good. How you doing? You going to play something for us?
I might in a bit. I was just practicing. I apologize. I wanted to share some good news with you.
Go for it.
I got my green card.
Nice. That's great.
And I so my wife and I applied on a lot of, like, we got really lucky. We applied on March 10th, and I was running out of time because like my OPT was expiring. And we tried some expedite requests and this, that, and the other. And we eventually got in touch with a supervisor, told them the situation. And I think that's what triggered it. The supervisor just said, "I'm going to pull out your file and get one of my guys to look at it." So we really got lucky. And like I watch your show all the time, just for educational purposes, because we just got the 2-year card. And then I know there's going to be removal of conditions in the future and whatnot, but your show is really interesting, very educational, and I know a lot of people benefit from it, and a lot of people, it's life-changing. It really is. And I really hope, like, every single viewer and every single client of yours, like, I wish them the best, and like I really want them all to do well, because I know it, for some people, it's a very difficult time, and like, I get it, you know, it's easier said than actually doing it, you know? So
thanks, Pi. I really appreciate the call. I really appreciate the support. Thanks for watching. I'm so glad you got your green card. I don't know if you can see the comments, but everyone's wishing you congratulations. Do you want to play something real quick as we go on to the next caller?
I'm just like, I don't know if you can even hear it.
Yeah, we can hear it.
I'm just like practicing and stuff. But yeah, I was just in the waiting room for a bit and was listening to everyone's stories and practicing. But yeah, that's all I had to say. So thank you, and we'll probably be in touch when the time comes for the I-751. I'll try to come back on and speak to you then.
That'd be great. Thanks so much, pal. See you, buddy.
Take care.
Okay, bye. All right, that's fun. We always like it when people play music. I remember once we ended the show with some music, so that was fun. N is here. What do you say, N?
Hey, Jim. How's it going?
Great. How are you doing?
Good. We're really happy that you're back.
I'm glad to be back.
Yeah. So I mean, in the time that you've gone, I managed to get my combo card, which is really nice. I got my combo card approved 2 weeks ago, so I'm just waiting on my card. And I filed in March 2023, so literally
Great.
March 10th as well. So that's funny.
Great.
So I'm happy.
So
And,
everyone who filed on March 10th, that's good. So, and the other thing is that's good to hear about the combo card, because one of the solutions that they had for the delayed on EADs and advanced parole was to split them up. So I'm glad. I say all the time that people have been still getting combo cards. So I'm glad you got both.
Yeah, that was quite a surprise. And I do want to travel home, so I just have a quick 3 questions. So the card said in the approval notice that it was valid until 2025, but I noticed that it says under the AP section that CBP can parole you into the US for up to 1 year. So does this mean that can I only use the AP for up to 1 year, or is
Yeah.
it so
Yeah,
just
you'll have to read it. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so even if the card is valid until 2025, that's just for the EAD.
Right.
Okay, great. And I just wanted to know if you can help me iron out any of the risks of traveling, and how long can you be out of the US with AP? Oh, sorry, Jim.
What was
you
your
just
Yeah, sorry. That was a good topic. I'm going to make a TikTok tomorrow. So,
Yeah.
what was your status before you filed?
I was an F1 student on OPT.
So, always in status.
Yeah, always in status. I filed before my OPT expired.
And how long do you want to be gone?
I want to be gone for about a month.
And just home?
Yes, just home. Yeah, Kenya.
And you won't be working? Will you be working at home?
No.
Yeah. So these are all the things that would make me feel comfortable. Being in status at the time that you filed, that makes it safer, I think. Only being gone for a month, I think that makes it safer, and only going home. I think those are sort of the 3 big things. So I think we're good.
Okay, that sounds great. Thank you. And just my final question. So I was on F1 OPT, and so I already have a social security number. So
Yeah.
once I receive this new card, do I have to do anything with the SSN office, or everything sort of remains the same?
No, it should be the same, and you can just mess with that when you get your green card.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much for your time.
Congrats, En.
Thanks, Jim. Have a good one.
See ya. I wish it was March 17th that was the lucky day. That's St. Patrick's Day, my Irish heritage. That would make it fun. We got 13 minutes left for those still trying to get in the waiting room. We got some people there waiting. Let's say hi to Freddie. Freddie's been waiting. Hi, Freddie.
Hi, Jim. Can you hear me?
Yes. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm great, and I hope you're doing great. And so a colleague just referred your program to me last week. So
Okay.
I watched some of your videos. So I have some questions, and I need you to help me out. So
Okay.
I'm an F1 student, and then I'm married. My wife too is an F1 student, and I just applied for adjustment of status, that is from I-140, and then it got approved a week ago. And now I'm thinking of, waiting for a date to, send in the I-485. But my wife is going to complete her master's program this December. And after that, she'll have 1 year of OPT.
Mhm.
And I have about, let's say, 2 years to complete my program, because I'm on the PhD program and she is on the master's program. So my question is, when there is a date for me to submit the form 1485, is it advisable I adjust with her? Because I know if I'm going to do that, I don't know how far that is going to take. And when it gets to her OPT too, she might need to also apply for that. And what are some of the complications?
So why wouldn't you file together for 485?
Yeah, because I was thinking that, that was my initial thought, but I was discussing with a colleague, and the colleague was, I need to understand the complications, because if we file the I-485 and she has to go on OPT, and then the I-485 has not been approved yet, and it's like we have something already ongoing, and her school has to also do OPT application for her, will that be a problem?
So the question is, if someone's on an F1 and they're married to someone else on an F1 who has an approved I-140, and if that principal applicant files for adjustment and I apply as a derivative as his spouse, is me applying for OPT going to screw up the green card application, or is the green card application going to screw up my chance at OPT? Is that the question?
Yeah, so I think it's the first question. I mean, the derivative, now it's time for her to do her OPT. Otherwise, she will be out of status.
Yeah. No. I mean, so the question is, do I think that applying for the green card before OPT is going to put the OPT at risk? I don't.
Okay.
I don't think they'll ever connect the two things. I think the two cases will go along completely different tracks. Now, if there's any questions about have you applied for adjustment, or has anybody ever applied as a derivative, as a derivative, she's got to say yes, but they're still going to approve the OPT. OPT is almost automatic. So I would spend very little time worried about the effects of my derivative green card case on my chance of getting OPT, and I would spend very little time worrying about whether my OPT is going to hurt my chance at getting my green card through my spouse, Freddie.
Great. And then my second question is, so is it okay to, when I'm submitting the form I-485, submit both the I-131 and I-765 together?
Yes.
With hers as well, right?
And the medical 693. Yep.
693. Okay. Thank you very much. Yeah, that was my question. Thank you.
Good luck, Freddie. Congrats on getting your I-140 approved. I'm glad you're going to get to stay in the United States.
Thank you, Jim.
Bye, buddy.
Bye.
All right. Delroy's been waiting. Hello, Delroy.
Can I turn off the video?
Sure.
Thank you.
What's up?
Oh, okay. So I come from Ghana. But then I used to live in Europe. I used to live in Italy.
Okay.
And I got married to a U.S. citizen, and we were married for 4 years. So we actually got married before COVID, and then applied for CR1 visa. But unfortunately, COVID came, so the process and everything, became very slow. And at some point, the application was moved to, I think, relative IR1. That's relative.
Because it was more than 2 years.
Yeah, it was more than 2 years. But because of the waiting time, she started complaining. It's taking long. She can't do it no more. Then all of a sudden, she told me she's in love with someone else here in America. And then I was in Europe. I didn't know what to do. And then the U.S. embassy in Naples sent me email that my spouse has contacted them and told them she's no more doing the application, and so the application is going to be sent back to the U.S. Okay, we had a business together. I didn't know how to go about anything. Okay, obviously, in any relationship, when these things happen, there's back and forth, fight, misunderstanding, blah 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 blah. All these things happen just like any other relationship. I tried to contact her to even send me the divorce decree. She didn't send. Okay, now I'm here in America. But then in Italy, my status was refugee, because back in my country I was attacked. I have proof of everything, proof of being attacked. I have proof of the court, everything with me as I'm talking to you right now. And so in Europe, I was given asylum. I was given political asylum. And then we got married, and I wanted to move here legally. But now I came here illegally. I came here through the southern border. I want to know if there is a way out, because I checked the application, the status of application on the website, the USCIS website. My application is still there. And I don't know, but there's more to it that I would want to share with you personally. The other day I called your office number, but they told me it's impossible to talk to you. I don't know.
Right.
But
the I-130 is over, and you're not going to get asylum because you've already gotten asylum. So I don't know why you came into the United States. That was a really bad idea.
Okay, yes, no, actually, because that's why I said I would want to get to but then it's better I just go and let you know. Okay, so the reason why I left my country was also part of my family being part of it. My daddy was part of it, and because of my sexual orientation, is also linked to it. And so my partner was arrested and jailed to 25 years imprisonment in Ghana, and he's still behind bars. And so I had to leave Ghana. My daddy was threatening me to change my name because he's a Muslim. I was born a Muslim, and then because like I said, my sexual orientation, I didn't want to change.
But you already got asylum in Italy.
Yes, I did, but then in Italy I was still attacked in Italy, even though it wasn't like that of Africa. In Italy it was emotional attack, and I have no way to prove it. Anytime I try to talk to police about it, they ask me, did they beat you? I said no, and then it's more like
okay. So what's the question for me? Because this sounds like a crazy case. What is your question?
It's a very crazy case. You are very right. It's a crazy case. That's why I wanted to know if it's possible to talk to you personally.
But what do you want to know?
Okay, now I want to know if it's possible to apply for to continue the marriage process, because
no, that case is over. She withdrew the case. She notified the embassy. That case is over.
Okay, but then we had a company together. I think if we had a property together, there should be a way out to divide whatever profits.
There's nothing to do with immigration.
Okay. Okay.
So what's your question for me?
No, okay. Now I want to know. So, if there's no way to go out, I mean, to do the marriage case, then with asylum, is it possible to continue? Because I was recently attacked, I think 4 months ago, way before I came here, and I have videos on my phone, which I can send to you privately if you want.
I wouldn't take this case. No, I wouldn't take this case at all, because they're going to be pissed at you. They're going to think that you were desperate to come to the United States, that your wife withdrew the I-130. So then, even though you had asylum in a third country, the chances of you getting asylum in the United States when you've already been granted asylum in Italy are probably 2%. And then add on top the fact that you had a failed marriage and then an I-130 that was withdrawn. They are not going to like that case at all, and I don't want that case.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, Delroy, thanks, man. All right, let's say hi to Camo. Camo? Oh, you guys are on mute. Oh, now we can't hear you. Sorry, Camo, I can't hear you. I think maybe we're on the car phone system or something. I don't know. Let me say hi to my friend Shabazz. I'll come back to you guys. Try to figure out your audio, okay? The man, the myth. How you doing, buddy?
How you doing, Jim? Eid Mubarak.
Eid Mubarak. How you been?
Yeah, I'm fine, thank you. Jim, you know what happened there last week? The court, they changed my date. They
so what, like 2026 or something?
They give me the date of 27 Feb 2025.
Oof.
But wow. Jim, I talked to my attorney. He told me that he did not write any letter to the court. He did not write any motion. But they changed my date. So what
they do that.
So what do you think? Now the court send any instruction to the UCIS?
No. Nobody's looking at your case. You got to sue him.
So now, what do you think? Now UCIS, they will work on my I-30 or no?
Nope.
No. So what I will do?
You got to sue him.
Sue, but I don't have money really, to be honest.
I understand. Now you don't even have the upcoming court date. Shabazz, you there? Oh, Shabazz is gone. Well, Shabazz, if you're watching, buddy, it's the same answer as always. You got to sue him. You got to sue him. It's the only thing that's going to get things moving. Now, Camo and GR are both here again. I'm going to try to pull up. Who should I go to? One of you raise your hand, and I'll call that one. They're on two phones. Let's try Camo. Camo, are you there?
Yes. Can you hear us?
I gotcha. Yeah. Okay. All right. Good.
Hi, Jim. Thanks so much for taking us in. My green card just recently got approved. Thank you so much. I have come on the show twice, and you helped me out.
Awesome.
Yes, sir. So Camo's visa expires in August or maybe September.
End of August.
And I want file for her because we got married. So I just want to know. We just want to know if there's a way we can have her not leave the country at all.
So what's the timeline? When did Camo enter the United States?
In
September 2021.
And so what kind of a visa do you have?
J1.
And are you subject to Rule 212E? Do you know what that is?
The 2-year rule? No, I'm not.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure it's written on my passport.
Okay. And is it written on your DS 2019?
Yes, on my visa as well.
Yes, it's written
Okay.
on it, yes.
Okay. So in Camo, you have the actual green card?
No,
I mean, not Camo. I mean, you do. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
You have the, and how did you get that green card?
Through Asylum. I won Asylum and then I just stayed.
Okay, great. Okay, so the question is, can someone with an expiring J1 who's married to a green card holder apply for adjustment and stay during the whole process? I generally don't like those cases, but the answer is yes. I like it better when the person stays in status all the way through adjustment, and I might advocate to trying to change from a J1 to an F1 just to maintain the status if she's willing. But technically they can approve it as long as you apply for the green card before the J1 expires.
Okay. All right. So F1 is the best option.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you so much, Jim.
Bye, guys.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, Shabazz made it back on. Did you hear me, Shabazz? That's it. That's all I got. You got to sue. That's it.
Jim, so my attorney told me that now that you have to wait. The court, they send instruction to the UCIS. Now they will work on you. Right?
They don't know that. That's BS. That's they don't know that.
So what do you think? They will not work on my I-130?
Do you, Shabazz? You're the eternal optimist. Do you think they're working on your I-130?
But I will wait. I will wait for this month, because in this month on 21st July, I'm going to complete my 1 year that it was showing cases being actively reviewed by UCIS.
Whenever you know how to find me, Shabazz. You know how to find me. Whenever you're ready. All right, I got to go, buddy. I'm tired. I'll see you later.
Have a good day.
Thanks, man. See ya. All right, everybody. That'll do it for today's show. We'll be back. The next show, it's going to be on Wednesday. I'll be in Iowa. I don't know what time. I don't know when. I don't even know if I'll do a full hour, but plan on a show on Wednesday. Get on the text line 314-470-3300. Also, make sure to check the YouTube channel and the Facebook group. You can always find out that way. But if you want to get in that waiting room, 314-470-3300. Thank you, everybody. Thanks to Hooli for watching the boards. I will see you all again next week or next time, Wednesday. See you guys. Happy 4th. There she is.
Boss.
How you doing? Good to see you.
Good to see you. We miss you here.
Yeah, for sure. I missed everybody. I'm glad to be back in the saddle. I'm glad things are back.
We missed you a lot. We had it was very calm week. I told Maho, I think Jim's show is like putting down our numbers right now.
Yeah. No, I think that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Hopefully this week will get better.
I think we will. How you been? Good?
Good. Actually, I want to mention to you, because getting in touch with you is hard,
Yeah.
even if we work with you.
Right.
You know that the leads that comes from Facebook,
Yeah.
Paul mentioned that this type of leads to go to Faven so she can contact them and see if they're qualified or not, like WhatsApp,
Yeah.
basically. And because Faven is not here,
Yeah.
Kelsey did this thing on Pipedrive, so it's gonna go to Faven and to me for now.
Oh, great. That's great. I
So we're
appreciate
gonna
that.
be both doing it, and probably depending on the ads, if it's needed, we need obviously to talk with you and Maho and stuff to see if it's needed one more CCD to help Faven, depending on the ads.
Cool. That sounds great.
Yeah, so let's see how it works.
Okay. Thanks,
Okay.
Hooli. Tell everyone I said hi in CCD.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bye.